I will now call to order the meeting, special meeting of the Pajaro Valley Healthcare District Hospital Corporation. Rosie, can you give us a roll call, please?
Yes. Director Tavantes?
Here.
Director Gallagher?
Here.
Director Pimentel?
Here.
Director Cox? Chair Nunez?
Here. Okay, thank you. Do we have a closed session report? No. Nothing to report from the previous closed session. And any agenda modifications for our consideration? Seeing none, we'll now move on to the public comment on matters not on today's agenda. Any attendees?
No attendees online.
None online. Seeing none in person, I'll now close the public comment and open it up to comments from board members before we jump into our one discussion item. Seeing none, close down the comments from the board members, and we'll move on to our only item on today's agenda. Approve resolution authorizing notice of Attorney General of pending transfer, Pajaro Valley Healthcare District Hospital Corporation, 50% ownership interest in the land and constituting the Watsonville Community Hospital real estate to the Pajaro Valley Healthcare District as part of PVHCDHC. Right, whenever we're ready.
So I think Steve's there. Are you, Steve, did you want us to tee it up? Dawn and I to tee it up, or what's your preference?
I was just going to read a little bit of the background, and
sure,
if you want to add anything that you feel is relevant to make sure that everybody's in understanding, we can do that.
Perfect. Sounds good.
I think where this comes, so Tony read the resolution, which I think spells out what we're trying to do here today, and the background is really that the legal code states that a corporation shall give written notice to the Attorney General 20 days before it sells, leases, conveys, exchanges, transfers, or otherwise disposes of all or substantially all of its assets unless the transaction is in the usual and regular course of its activities. And so we feel that the statute could be triggered here in that the hospital, the nonprofit, intends to immediately transfer the hospital's MPT leased property interest to the district upon us both purchasing the property from MPT, and that transfer is not in the usual and regular course. So we're going to both buy it together, and then immediately the hospital transfers its half to the district. And so as a result, we need to let the Attorney General know, and that's what we're asking for resolution to do today.
Perfect. A+.
Okay. I was going to ask anything to add to that, but it seems straightforward, and I think I'll open it up to the board members if we have any questions about the item before we open it up to public comment. Go, please.
My question is not about the resolution or the reasons to do it. My question is, after the fact, could the district lease the hospital to the HC for less than market rates, or be very friendly toward the hospital corporation going forward, or does it all need to be at market rate?
So there's currently the lease in place, and we're going to leave that lease in place for the time being for regulatory reasons. And there is some consideration as between the two entities, given that the nonprofit is operating the hospital for the district. So there's some consideration there in terms of fair market.
Sorry, you got me with consideration. So it needs to be at fair market rates going forward?
Fair market, but that's not necessarily what an unaffiliated, unrelated party would pay.
All right, thanks.
If you were leasing it, for example, to an Adventist or something, it would look somewhat different than this situation. This situation is very unique because of the way that things are structured and the fact that the nonprofit is operating this for the district under SB 418.
I have a different question, Noel. This is more to our partner district. Today's action is done by the corporation because the corporation is giving up is transferring its 50% interest in the lease, I think, to the district. So that transaction requires notification. Does the district have to, is there a scenario where the district also has to provide the same notification to the state that it is acquiring 100%? Like,
No.
do we need a meeting of the district at some point in time to do the same thing?
No, so it's actually the nonprofit is giving up its right to own the property to the district, not its rights in the lease, but its right to own the property to the district. And the nonprofit is having to do this because of its status as a nonprofit.
Yep.
The Attorney General is kind of like the watchdog over nonprofits. So there's not a similar obligation on the district side.
So the district acquisition of a hospital property doesn't require notification?
Correct.
State attorney?
Correct. But you will notify the Santa Cruz LAFCO that everything is now done. Everything that was contemplated by SB 418 will be accomplished. So a very exciting letter that Steve will get to send.
You can't deliver it to Baca.
I don't know if districts were required by that language. Anyway,
Say that again?
we still have to form districts, and I can't remember if that's also from bill. I don't know that we're all the way there yet. Maybe.
Yeah. 418 will require notice.
Yeah, no, we're still working on that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
Okay, any other questions for Noel or for Steve about the resolution before us? Okay, then, I'll open up the public comment. Seeing none online and seeing none here in person, I'll close down the public comment and entertain a motion. Move approval.
Thank you. Director Tavantes? Director Gallagher?
Yes?
Director Pimentel?
Yes.
Chair Nunez?
Yes.
And Fox absent.
Okay, I will thank you and I'll adjourn today's meeting.
Thanks, all.